Shawlands Academy is a large school in the south side of Glasgow. We have more than 1,200 pupils attending here. Um, we are the biggest non-denominational school in Glasgow, both in terms of the number of pupils on the roll and also the size, the geographical area that the school covers. And I'm sure you'll agree it's very pleasant surroundings. Shawlands is a lovely area, very busy area, and we have a number of pupils from a variety of cultural backgrounds, nationalities, religions and socio-economic backgrounds as well, and it all makes for a very, very vibrant and positive ethos and working atmosphere. When we talk about a curriculum, the curriculum is not just the subjects that young people study, it's the phrase we use is the totality of experiences. So everything that young people do as part of their school experience is part of the curriculum, whether that be playing for the rugby team, whether that be undertaking a volunteering award, whether that be doing the Duke of Edinburgh, that is part of their curriculum, it's part of the totality of experiences. And yes, we want our youngsters to be knowledgeable about the subjects, we want them to gain qualifications, we want them to be able to compete in the jobs market and be competitive when it comes to applying for college and university and so on. But we also want them to have personal attributes that separate them from the rest. We want them to be able to make a positive contribution to society. We want them to be rounded individuals who value education for its own sake and have benefited from education, from being part of this school, and are therefore empowered to stand on their own 2 feet and to be able to undertake activities for themselves and not rely on other adults or other people to do them, to have the confidence to be able to think for themselves. I think that the different cultures that we have here make it a special place and mean that we have activities that happen here that perhaps wouldn't happen at other schools. I think the most obvious example of that would be the cultural lunch that we hold every year, and it was initiated by a former member of staff who regrettably died last year, Anwar Din, who'd been here for a number of years, and he was a pastoral care teacher and computing teacher, and he used to organise the S6 students to run what we called a Christmas Eid Diwali lunch. And when he retired, he continued to come back to the school for a few years and still helped with the organisation of that, but personal circumstances meant that he could no longer return to the school during his retirement and do that. But a group of 6th years wanted to continue the tradition, and we changed the time of the year in which we held the lunch, and because it wasn't happening either at Christmas, Eid or Diwali, we no longer give it that name, but we refer to it as a cultural lunch. And a group of pupils, senior pupils, will get together and they will host a lunch for staff where they bring in dishes from their own culture. So, Italian pupils may bring in pizza or pasta dishes. Pupils from India and Pakistan may bring in certain curry dishes and so on. Scottish people might bring in a deep fried Mars bar and that kind of thing. And the staff pay a donation, and the money goes to charity, and it's always a very, very successful event. Staff always love the event because they get well fed and they get to taste a variety of different foods, and it's a really, really positive occasion as well. So I think that would be a prime example of how the cultural diversity of the school influences the activities that go on in the school. The school has achieved LGBT status awards, and I think that's for the work that we have done in promoting equality and in promoting inclusion for all young people. Given that the school has always been culturally and ethnically diverse, that's something that has been a strength of the school for a long time. What I would want for Shawlands Academy is for it to build on its success. I think the success that we have is a result of our pupils, our teachers and the families working together to support each other and make sure that everyone receives the best education that they can and gets the best results that they can. Results are getting better year on year. Our role is increasing year on year. We have got next year, we're going to have an exceptionally big first year, and we've found that our first years have been increasing in size over the past few years, and I think that's indicative of the positive work that's been done by everyone at the school. staff, pupils and parents. It is going to be an exciting time for the school in the next year, because there's going to be a technological refresh where these computers, for the most part, are going to be got rid of, and all staff and pupils will very soon receive an iPad to use as part of their work and part of their education. And our aim will be that they will become an integral part of lessons, and that they will enhance lessons and enhance learning, and working with staff and working with pupils over the next year to make that happen is going to be a very challenging but very exciting time for the school as well.